Okay, so once again we are here for the next video, and today we have another new fantastic and interesting lesson of physics, that is electronics. Now I hope you guys have something you know about electronics. Now let me teach you about electronics, what it is, what it really is. Well, this lesson is actually a long lesson, so I think this video can be a bit longer, but this will cover up everything, okay? So let's get started. Now the first thing first thing you have to keep in mind about electronics, that is, what are the conductors, what are the insulators and semiconductors, because this entire lesson is based on semiconductors, okay? And we know how do you differentiate conductors, insulators and semiconductors. Well, it's very easy to differentiate them. First of all, you have to know, like if we talk about iron, if we talk about nickel, if we talk about silver, these are the conductors, these are the good conductors of electricity and heat as well. But if we talk about plastic, if we talk about wood, they are the insulators, they are unable because they do not have a free electron, so that's the reason why they are unable to conduct electricity and heat as well. Now the other thing is about semiconductors. So semiconductors, they are usually neither a good conductors nor a good insulators. I mean, they're like not an insulator but not conductor as well at the same time, okay? Now the thing is, we have two things to keep in mind, that is valence band and conduction band. Now what are these two things? Let me tell you. So conduction band, it is something like a band, okay? You have a band like the number of electrons, okay, of an atom. So in this band, first we're talking about valence band, okay? So valence band, it is valence, okay, like electrons and holes. I will tell you what are holes later ahead of this video. But we have holes and electrons, okay, that travels from valence band to the conduction band, just like you go out from your home to the market, okay? So that's the same thing. Now here they're just going from valence band to the conduction band, and that is the reason how the electricity that is transferring, okay, from one place to another place, from valence band to the conduction band, okay? The electricity is conducting. Actually, this is the phenomenon of the semiconductors, okay? Now another thing to keep in mind after in this lesson, that what are the semiconductors, I mean like the atoms or groups. Now for this you have to know the periodic table, the entire periodic table. So we have like group number 11, group number 12, 13 and many more, all the p block elements, right? But in this case all you can remember are the semiconductors, okay? So they are all from group number 14, okay? Group number 14 elements. Now what are the group number 14 elements? Well, these are silicon, these are silicon, germanium, gallium, okay? But usually there are only three main and two main, okay, semiconductors that we use. These are silicon and germanium, okay? Now silicon and germanium, how do you get them? Well, we know, since we are very familiar with the semiconductors and we actually know what are these, okay, how to get the semiconductors as well. Now other thing, how do you form it, how do you make a semiconductor? Well, for this we have to do something called doping, okay? So what are the doping? Well, doping it is something like first of all let me tell you what are the holes. So holes and electrons, these are the two things, okay, that conduct electricity from one place to another place in semiconductors, okay? So holes are the positive, okay? These are the positive barriers, okay, or the positive carriers of electricity, and electrons are the negative carriers, as you all know that, okay, of electricity. Now in the next video we will talk about how we do doping, okay, of the entire semiconductor. Until then, Mr. Future Pilot Aviation.